Hey everyone, it's me, Julian Greystoke, author of The Wolf and the Hawk, a fantasy romance that I was planning to make into a series, but that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the second book, which I was working on, and I wrote the first draft for in 2020 and a little bit in the beginning of this year. And I had been working on editing it this year with plans to have it out early next year. And some of you just might want an update, like what is going on with that book, with that process, and stuff. So I want to be honest, I want to be transparent because I don't like letting people down. So DragonFly went through the beta reader process. I've been through the beta process many times with books, so this is not my first rodeo. And I have been slowly compiling all of the beta feedback. I did get quite a few beta readers this time, which is super exciting, but it also means that I'm slower to compile the feedback because there are more of them, and many of them like to leave a lot of comments, which is great, but also it takes a long time to read through. So you have to read it, you have to process it, you have to think about it, you have to like write it down if you like it. You know, you can't just be like, huh, and just like go speed through them. But in reading my beta feedback, which I still have some beta feedback to read, but I'm kind of taking a break because I'm kind of at the point where I'm not even really processing it anymore. And it's because with all the beta feedback I'm getting back, I just think that DragonFly needs a lot of work. I could make small changes and publish it and just accept that it's going to be like a flawed book and it might get even lower scores than The Wolf and the Hawk, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. I am a perfectionist and I look at it and I'm like, it needs at least the first half. People liked the second half better than the first half, but the first half I think I want to completely overhaul and maybe just take scenes from it and put it into the new first half, but like a whole other arc for the new first half, which is fine, and lots of people have to do major rewrites. I have kind of gotten away with it in the past. You can call me spoiled if you want to. I've definitely had to do surgery on books. I've had to do some rewrites. I've had to do scene rewrites or whole new scenes or take scenes out, but I've never had to like rewrite such a hefty chunk of a book before. Some people are probably laughing because they probably do that all the time and like, what are you, Julian, you little whiny baby, what are you bitching about? Mentally, I'm not in a place to do that right now, and that's frustrating because I wanted to be able to have this book out for you at the beginning of next year. I even was like starting to advertise that it was going to be coming out for you at the beginning of 2022. And it's not. I don't know when it's going to be coming out. It's entirely possible that it never will be. Right now, where I am mentally right now, I'm so frustrated with it that I want to just throw it away. And I know I shouldn't do that, but because there are elements of it that I want to keep, but it's going to take so much work that I know that I need to set it down and sit on it, maybe come back to it and the beta feedback later, because like I am just not in a mental place to make this book all that it can be. I'm mad at it. I'm frustrated with it. Readers are going to be able to tell if I try to force writing this book. They're going to be able to tell. Like, readers have told me that they can tell when I'm like forcing myself, when I'm hating a scene. They can tell in my writing, and I don't want to be there. Now, I want to make it clear that I'm not one of those people who's like, never force yourself to write. I do it all the time. I do make myself write scenes that I don't want to write so I can get to the good stuff. And obviously I make myself edit even though I hate it. But the amount of work that's waiting for me with DragonFly, I'm just not in the headspace for right now. Maybe never. The good thing is that The Wolf and the Hawk stands alone intentionally, so it never needed to be a series. It can just be fantasy romance that just is what it is, and it's just fine, and it's by itself. And another option I could potentially do if I have the mental fortitude for it is write what was going to be book 3, which takes place in a different time and a different geographical location from book 2, then make what was going to be book 3 book 2, and then bring DragonFly back in as book 3, which would make more sense with the sibling order, because book 3 was going to star the eldest daughter, and then DragonFly stars like the middle daughter, so it would make sense to go with like the eldest as the next book in the Nine Kingdoms series, if there even is going to be a Nine Kingdoms series. The other thing is I was challenging myself to do a lot of things, of new things in Dragonfly, and I don't know if maybe that was like the best idea to challenge myself to do all those new things with a book that I was planning to publish. Because this is the first time I've ever tried to like write a sequel. I don't do sequels, I do standalones, but then I was like, I could do a sequel for this one, especially if I'm making about their kids.
It's your kids, Marty. Something has got to be done about your kids.
I do have the series kind of a little bit planned out in my head. I know where it's going to end. I know what most of their stories are going to be. I mean, to the extent that I ever know as a pantser, like enough. So that was one new thing I was trying, and I was trying to have kind of a mystery plot in this one, and that was my first time doing that, and it shows, like, oh, what? Not good at something on your first try? Unheard of. But, you know, I've never really done that before, and you can tell, and, like, there are definitely ways that I could, like, improve a lot of the intrigue and the stakes. They're like, really low, and I need to up the stakes, and I have ideas for how to do that, but it's gonna take a major, major overhaul, and I just don't have the spoons, if you will, to do that right now. And so I just kind of wanted to tell you all what was going on with Dragonfly, where it was at. I feel really bad because my lovely beta readers worked hard to get me their feedback. And it's through their feedback that I can see that this book, it needs a lot. I hope that none of my betas who see this feel like they wasted their time beta reading that book for me. I hope that you do understand that your feedback was super valuable, and I hope you will come back and beta read for me again. I promise not to rage quit every single book you beta read for me. But I also hate that I'm letting people down in that I wanted to be able to bring out about a book a year, and I know that's even slow paced for people who self-publish, but it's not happening, and it's frustrating for me because I hate letting people down, and I know that if I really want to get my self-publishing career off the ground, rapid release is like one of the best ways to do it, and I don't have time, I don't have energy, I don't have mental fortitude to be that fast, so my career might just have to be what it is, which is fine, but I don't like disappointing people if anybody was actually genuinely, like, awaiting my next book. So that's what's happening with Dragonfly. Again, I do apologize for if I let anyone down with this. I hate doing that, which is why I wanted to talk to all of you about it and be completely transparent, because a lot of times I've seen a lot of authors who do, like, especially, like, self-published authors who are like, here's my next book, it's coming out soon, here it comes, and then it's just crickets for ages, and you have no idea where the book is in the process, you have no idea what's going on, is it ever coming? And actually, honestly, you also get that from big named published authors, because, like, isn't everybody still waiting for the next Game of Thrones book? And given no indication of what's happening with that. So I want to be transparent with you all, let you all know what this process is actually like, let you know choices that authors have to make, and sometimes those choices include putting a book down for a long time or even scrapping it entirely. I hope I don't have to scrap Dragonfly entirely. There are some characters that I love in that book with all of my heart and who deserve to be on the page, but they deserve a story that is worthy of them. So I feel bad. I even commissioned art for it. I was so hyped, and I think I got a little bit ahead of myself with it, I guess. But I'm sorry, Dragonfly will not be coming out at the beginning of next year, and I don't know when it is going to be coming out. But if you do want more writing from me, I haven't just been sitting on my hands. I have been writing, and I've been working on a project that's much more near and dear to my heart, and quite frankly, I don't care if it's bad because I love it, and that is the Adventurer Mage series. Yes, series. I am trying again at writing a book 2, and it seems to be going better this time. Who knows, really. But if you're interested in finding out what I've been writing and in reading it for free, you don't have to pay anything. You can go over to my Wattpad. And I know that you might be going, ew, Wattpad? Wattpad is what you make it, okay? You can find stuff on there that's not just, like, smut, and my book is one of those things. I know I also feel bad, boy, it's just a list of why I feel bad. I also feel bad for my patrons whose donations help me self-publish my own books. They might feel like, what is our money doing? Where is our money going if you're not self-publishing DragonFly? Your money is just, it's still there. It's still going to help publish future books. It's still going to help me get editors and covers and everything. It's just going to wait a little bit longer. But that's still what it's going to be for. I haven't quit self-publishing. I'm just rethinking the next book that I'm going to self-publish. But your donations did help me get that awesome character art, so that's cool. That character art still exists, and it's still awesome, so thank you for that. And if you would like to support me over on Patreon to help do things like get cool character art, links are in the doobly-doo. Plus, you get special things that are not seen here on the regular channel, as well as lots of other fun rewards. So, that's neat, right? Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to check out the rest of this channel if you're interested, you like my face, you like my voice. And I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!
Got this! Here's the guy there just in the nick of time! What does that make us?
Big damn heroes, sir!
Ain't we just?
Our big damn heroes for this month are Merween, Kit, Hidden Glade, Persephone, Light Julie, Anna, Belle, Anne Sophie, Callison, Ray, Shelby, Zaire, Jesper, Irene, Scribbling Cat, Savvy, Jenny, Amanda, Sarah, Lisa, and Lennox. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, if something goes a little wrong, well, you can go ahead and bring it on. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again.